Hi, I'm Scott Altman, commander of STS 125, and you're watching NASA TV.
And here are the astronauts now walking out of the astronaut quarters, boarding the astronaut van. Got Altman now climbing on board. Here he comes through the hatch onto the flight deck from the lower crew cabin. We're joined now here in firing room 4 with astronaut Janice Voss. Once you're on board, and as we're seeing here, they're helping them strap into their seats and things. And is everyone very preoccupied with the activities that they have to do to get ready for the launch at this point, or are they thinking about more about what's coming up on orbit, or what's the mindset when you're getting ready to be, when you're being strapped in, getting ready to go?
A little bit of all of the above. There are duties that you have assigned that change with time, and so you're thinking ahead to make sure that you're ready for the next thing you're supposed to do. You also have a process you have to go through that includes comm checks that you need to get done in a smart fashion so you don't slow up the timeline. So right now they are very focused on just the seat stuff, but as soon as you get in your seat and they move on to the next person, then they're listening to all the communications that come in, all the ground launch sequencer stuff that's going on, and trying to monitor any issues that might be arising, might affect what they'll be doing next.
Atlantis Launch Director.
Atlantis, ready to copy, Launch Director.
Okay, Scooter, well, look, it's a great day to go fly. So on behalf of the KSC processing and launch team, I'd like to wish you, your crew, and the whole Hubble Space Telescope team a great mission. Good luck, Godspeed, and we'll see you back here in about 11 days.
Well, from the whole crew, Mike, I just want to say thank you. All I can really think is that at last our launch has come along. It's been a long time coming. I know it took the work of the entire team across our entire agency to bring us to this point. Looking back, it's been 50 years since President Kennedy challenged us to do the other thing, not because it was easy, but because it was hard. Getting to this point has been challenging, but your team, the whole team, everyone has pulled together. We're taking a little piece of all of us into space, and at this point, all I got left to say is let's launch Atlantis. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Scooter, and enjoy the ride, pal.
GLS's go for orbiter access arm retract. Atlantis OTC, best of luck upgrading the HST to increase our knowledge for light years to come.
OTC, Atlantis copies. We're looking forward to it, and we'll give it our best.
20.
Nozzle check of the SRBs. Firing chain is armed. Sound suppression water system armed. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis. A final visit to enhance the vision of Hubble into the deepest grandeur of our universe.
Bypass across the board, Scooter, no action.
Houston now controlling, Atlantis on its way. Atlantis on its way, all 3 engines now throttling down as the area begins, as the vehicle passes through the area of maximum dynamic pressure.
Atlantis, Houston, no action on the MPS H2 out P.
Houston, we copy, no action.
Atlantis, Go at throttle up.
Houston, Atlantis copies. Go at throttle up.
7 miles in altitude. Altitude 49,000 feet. Flight control team discussing the minor transients that we're seeing at liftoff. All 3 engines are in good shape. The vehicle is headed downrange. All 3 hydraulic systems in good shape, as are the fuel cells. Atlantis is 18 miles and altitude, downrange 23 miles. Already traveling 2,500 miles per hour, approaching staging the burnout of the twin solid rocket boosters, which have been burning fuel at a rate of about 11,000 pounds per second. Solid rocket boosters have done their job. Atlantis is continuing in its due easterly course to catch up with the Hubble Space Telescope one last time.
Atlantis, single engine Banjul 104.
Copy, single engine Banjul 104.
That call indicating that Atlantis could reach Banjul in the Gambia, although that is not a transoceanic abort landing site.
Atlantis, negative Marone, select Banjul.
Houston, we copy. Negative Marone, selecting Banjul.
Vehicle rolling to heads up now to get good communications through the tracking and data relay satellite system. 6 minutes, 25 seconds into the flight. Downrange from the launch site, 4,030 miles. Altitude, 353,000 feet, or about 67 miles.
Press 109.
Houston, we copy. Single engine press 109.
Mike, good. First day in space. How's it going? First full day. You already had, you blasted off yesterday. How you feeling today?
Feeling much better today.
Yeah?
It was a very exciting liftoff and
Yes.
trip to space. Here we are. Had a little sleep, had a little chow.
You look great.
We're doing our work here, getting the airlock ready so we can go outside and do EVAs.
All right.
Which is why we're here.
That's the whole idea. And Drew, what are you doing?
I'm using the tape.
Is there any reason why you have sunglasses on in the mid-deck where there's no lights? I mean, no sun?
Because they look cool.
Ah, that's my man. What are you doing in here?
Hey, man. Welcome.
You getting the spacesuits ready?
Getting the airlock ready.
So how's it feel to be here after 7 years?
Oh, it's wonderful.
All right.
Like old friends.
Excellent. All right. Hey, Drew, how was your first day in space?
It was good.
Yeah?
I enjoyed it.
You were unbelievable, man. You were working like a maniac right from this get-go, like you were born here.
I like this floating in space.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
It's a ride.
We're in the mid-deck of Space Shuttle Atlantis. My buddy John Grunsfeld over here. But the person we want to talk to is behind the camera, and now going to be on camera. That's Megan MacArthur, who is our flight engineer. And Megan, what are you doing now?
Well, we just finished the starboard survey of the orbiter TPS, and I'm going to get my lunch. So I go to this locker here that says MS2 meals on it, and I pull it out, and it shows me all the food with the green dot. That's mine, that's in here. So I look up kind of what I want to eat. This is what I was looking for, ravioli.
Oh, man, it was great.
Very tasty.
I just had some.
So, put this away, close this up, and then...
And Houston, that looks better to us.
Warming up.
As well. You can press.
There it goes. It sits in there for a few minutes to get warm, and then I can eat it because I don't like it cold.
Now, how have you liked the food so far?
Well, so far all I've had is a peanut butter sandwich, and that was tasty. So,
That was good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm using a computer. And just like a computer at home, we have computers in space. I'm checking our flight plans, see what we need to do, and I also can check my email. I've already gotten some email from my wife and my kids, and it's great to be able to stay in touch with them like this. And it's a great way for us to tell our friends what we're doing and maybe even send to Twitter once in a while. Not that often, but once in a while. But you're setting up for IMAX. You've also set up for what other kind of video? You're doing all kinds of photo photography.
We're doing high
and
definition, so we got some high definition down yesterday of the EG tank.
Yeah.
And we'll
The
be
external
doing
tank.
this is high definition.
Right.
And then we'll do kind of a crew summary at the end of the day.
So how do you like filmmaking? You think it might be a second career for you?
Could be.
Yeah.
After piloting.
What kind of movies would you make?
They'd be all humorous movies.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Greg. You're
Okay,
doing great.
thanks. It was a wild ascent, by the way.
Anything else you want to say to your family?
Love to be in space. I miss them, and I'll see them soon.
Hey, and what about that hat?
What do
You
you
got
think?
a new STS 125 hat. It's pretty sharp.
Do you think it got paint spilled on it like everybody else
No,
does?
I think it looks good. I think it looks great.
It's Hubble Pictures in a hat.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
So I had to fly it. I wanted to take it with me.
Very inspiring.
That's it.
Well, hey, thanks a lot for being such a great commander, and I hope we can do as well in the rest of the mission as we've done so far in the first 2 days. What do you think?
I think we will. I think the best part about being a commander here is having a great crew that does everything, and I just sit around.
All right, anybody watching this, remember this is non-edited and we're not professionals. See ya.
The twin orbital maneuvering system engines on the tail of Atlantis firing, supporting the altitude increase to support the rendezvous with the Hubble Space Telescope. The glow in the center is the vertical tail of Atlantis, the twin orbital maneuvering system engines, the OMS engines providing 6,000 pounds of thrust each.
Atlantis Houston, good burn, no trim required.
Houston Atlantis for Star Tracker.
Scooter, go ahead for Star Tracker.
Yeah, Houston, Atlantis can report that the Star Tracker is not the only thing that can see a star on our horizon. Looking out the COAS, we see that star approaching from the east.
Hey, that's terrific news. I guess the last time we've seen Hubble up close was March of '02, so that's great to hear. Thank you.
We hope to get a lot closer, so we'll continue.
Good call.
From Houston Atlantis, 200 feet.
And Houston copies, thanks.
From 200 feet, the Hubble Space Telescope, first time it's been seen since March 2002, the most recent servicing mission. Atlantis essentially station keeping while the final command sequence being completed before moving in for the final approach to grapple. Shuttle's robotic arm is in position and awaiting the commanding from Megan MacArthur as she will be in charge of the shuttle's remote manipulator system for the grapple of the telescope.
Okay, that's okay. It's maybe drifting slightly left. Closure?
We're stalling minus 0.05 at 151 feet.
Okay, I just don't want to see the numbers get bigger.
Okay, we're opening now, 155.
Okay.
I'm going to try to shoot one off the bottom just to see if it'll take.
JJ, I see you set up with body vector 5,
how many
pitch
angles
of
off do you think we
270,
are?
yaw 0, Omicron 0.
about
And I agree with that for a plus body yaw.
350 miles above the Indian Ocean, Atlantis with the robotic arm in view, closing in on the Hubble Space Telescope, directly underneath the telescope now that the two vehicles are in the proper position for grapple. Inside 100 feet to Hubble.
Hey, Houston Atlantis, we have the telescope in the RMS end effector.
Reggie, we copy, and we're pulling down KU right now, and we see that. Thank you.
The bottom of Hubble coming into view through the remote manipulator system's end effector camera. This same view seen through one of the closed circuit televisions up on the flight deck of Atlantis.
Houston Atlantis, Hubble has arrived on board Atlantis with the arm.
Atlantis Houston, we copy. Nice job, Megan. Nice job on the Proxops flying as well. It's great to be back with the telescope.
So I'm just looking out the window here, and it's an unbelievably beautiful sight. Amazingly, the exterior of Hubble, an old man of 19 years in space, still looks in fantastic shape.
Megan MacArthur, who worked the arm and grappled the telescope. Scott Altman, our commander, who flew the space shuttle in formation with the telescope, going how fast?
17,500 miles an hour.
Very fast.
Formation.
Very, very fast.
Just like this.
Unbelievable. So Megan, how do you feel? What was it like?
I feel good. You know, it was very smooth. It was very straightforward. The scooter got really nulled out all the rates. It was just rock solid. It was like grabbing something that wasn't moving. So felt good. Glad to have that behind us so the EVA guys can get to work.
And Scooter, what about you? What'd you think of the rendezvous? How was it?
It was exciting.
Well, you said
challenges there.
You said it was a little fast. Is that right?
We came in. We had kind of a little extra closure, a little out of plane maneuvering, trying to get up to the telescope. Had to do some braking, and then the telescope wasn't rotated for us. We had to wait when we got there, and then do a yaw maneuver. All this.
Oh my gosh!
Look at that. See, it's just a furball with that telescope.
Gosh! But you are an F-14 pilot, right?
Yes.
So going fast, that's not a big deal. That was all right.
That was okay.
Coming out your way. Got it? Got any words for going out the door, buddy?
I'm excited.
Excited just like the NBL?
Trying to get a last bite to eat before we go.
Good.
I'm a little more excited than at the NBL. It's the real deal.
Drew, are you hitting the big time here?
Ray J, this is the big time, buddy.
Is open, mass. This is great, John. We see you coming out. You can egress. Coming out. Ready, Drew? I'm ready, John. Let's go do this. Oh, this is fantastic. You're going to love it, Drew. Looks nice.
Veteran spacewalker John Grunsfeld out of the airlock, recognizable by the red stripes around his pant legs and up on the backpack of his suit, the backpack housing all of his life support equipment.
What show, John? Heading out, man. Copy. Looking good, Drew. Too cool. Woohoo! You good safety tether? I'd just like to say that to Ari and Hayden and Indy, this is sublime. And I'm smiling from ear to ear. It's hard not to smile.
Throughout the spacewalk, we'll get helmet cam video from the two crew members. The highlighted soft number down in the right lower portion of the screen will indicate which crew member's helmet cam you're looking at. Number 20 is Drew Feustel. If you see a number 19, that'll be John Grunsfeld.
Okay, Dan, so we're not going to do step 2. We're going to have John go get the short adjustable. And we will have Drew, I guess we'll use the contingency MTL again. It'll take me just a couple of minutes. Okay. I'm the free floater. Take your time. Take your time, John. But Dan, just to be clear, we're going to retry with the short adjustable and the contingency MTL set at 45. Is that right?
Atlantis Houston, that is a good plan. That's what we're just discussing, Mass. We think short adjustable with contingency MTL is probably the best next action.
John Grunsfeld headed down to the airlock to retrieve a short adjustable ratchet to assist with breaking the torque on the grounding strap bolt, which has been a little troublesome in releasing.
Okay, so Drew is good to use everything he's got then to try to break the torque here. Is that correct?
Mass, I'm sorry, you were stepped on. Say again.
So in other words, he can use what he needs from his strength to try to break the torque. Is that what you're telling us?
That's exactly right. And as soon as he does, if he's successful, start to have some motion in the latch, we'd like him to go ahead and stop at that point.
Okay. Thanks, Dan. Okay, but I think we understand that if it breaks, then wide field stays in.
What John said is correct.
Thanks. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. It turned. It definitely turned. Yep. It turned. And it's turning easily now. Very nice.
Okay, and Atlantis Houston for EPA, we copied and saw that. That's great news. At this point, we'd like to put the MTL back in series with the short adjustable.
Well, this has been in there for 16 years, Drew. It didn't want to come out. Kind of like a head bolt, you know? It likes what it's been doing, and it weighs 620 pounds to be exact. And it's been doing it well. 620, thank you, man. And we counted a total of 22 plus the half, 22 and a half turns on the A-latch. I guess it just decided to be a recalcitrant teenager.
And the wide field planetary camera 2 is clear of the structure of the telescope, and now Foista will be maneuvered by Megan MacArthur to the temporary stowage location along the left side of the payload bay.
Clear to go and take a look if you need to. Thank you. 3 inches to go. You're there. Keep coming, Megan.
Copy, continue.
Hey, stop motion.
Motion stopped.
I've got a hand on it. Copy. Nice job. Nice work.
The new camera now installed. The next step will be to engage the bolt or the A-latch, again expecting about 22 turns on the pistol grip tool settings.
10.5.
Atlantis Houston for EVA. Good news from the stock. Liveness test on wide field 3 is good.
Hooray!
Awesome. That's awesome news, Dan. Thanks. These guys did a great job, and we appreciate all the great support we got from the ground, getting wide field in to unlock the secrets of the universe.
More of the secrets.
More of the secrets of the universe.
The crew has been given a go for the second major task of EVA number 1, that is the removal and replacement of the Science Instrument Command and Data Handling System that malfunctioned last September, delaying the servicing mission from October to now.
Well, we got the Hubble and gave Hubble a hug, but in traditional Hubble fashion, Hubble threw us a few curves. And I think it's really a testament to the whole team on board here, on board Atlantis, and of course on the ground, Tomas, Christie, and everybody else, the Goddard team, that we were able to overcome them, and that we have a Wide Field Camera 3 in the telescope, which will help to unlock the secrets of the universe, and a new Scientific Instrument Command and Data Handling. Thanks to everybody for all the hard work.
Mike Massimino first out of the airlock. He is beginning his third spacewalk and third to service the Hubble Space Telescope.
Anybody home? Hey, Mass, you're looking great. Real good. Welcome to the wonderful world of working in a vacuum. I heard RSU with your name on it waiting for you.
And Mike Good now in the foot restraint. Megan MacArthur in control of the robotic arm. She'll be taking him back to a protective enclosure, the small ORU, Orbital Replacement Unit Protective Enclosure, referenced by the acronym SOAP. He will be in charge of retrieving the new rate sensor units and handing those off to Mike Massimino, who will be mounted on a foot restraint inside the telescope.
And just a reminder to the both of you, watch out for the lube on the bolts. Okay.
Mike Massimino's reflection in the aft shroud of the Hubble Space Telescope as he prepares to open the doors, protective doors over the fixed head star trackers and the rate sensor units.
Coming in.
Okay, Mike, your legs are over the top of the boot plate here. I think you can go in now, in and up.
Massimino now being assisted by Michael Good with positioning inside the aft shroud of the telescope. You're looking directly at one of the star tracker shields.
And Master, if you look carefully, there's a little engraving that says Story was here somewhere. You ain't gonna fool me. Okay, it's off. It's loose. I've got it. Excellent. Bueno, attempts to the PGT. Okay. Okay, Mike, I got it.
And the first rate sensor unit removed now from the telescope.
Very good. That goes on, you can unlock the ret, and it goes on top of the MFR handle. One adjustable, one ret. Okay.
Atlantis Houston for EVA, we have a good aliveness test on RSU-2R. You have a go for RSU-3. Change out.
And we copy, go for RSU-3. Ready for the roll? Ready. Here it comes. Nice. Okay, do you want to get it inside that other cable, or you're all right? No, I don't care. There we go. Okay.
2 hours, 42 minutes into the spacewalk, the crew members are having a little bit of trouble seating the new unit into its plate before being able to drive the 3 bolts.
This one feels different than the last one. The last one I was able to just put on the plate. This one feels like it won't sit flush on the plate. If I get, it's kind of rocking on it. I think it might be that, you know, those pins and diamonds are a little tighter than the RSU-2 side. That's what it feels like. Steve and I had a little trouble on this side as well.
The view from Mike Good's helmet camera as he is being repositioned down to the protective enclosure. He'll be stowing this rate sensor unit. This is the one that was on the telescope originally, and since 1999 it's been removed. He's going to stow that permanently and retrieve the other replacement RSU for an attempt to install that one in the number 3 slot. Mike Massimino holding his position inside the telescope at the install location.
Mike, that feels solid. Okay. Does it look good? Looks good to me. I definitely got it. Excellent. Do the next bolt. Zero. Yeah, that bolt is in. Great job, Mike.
Okay, Mass, bueno.
Yeah.
EVA-2, what do you think?
It's like, go ahead, Mike.
No, go, you go.
I was gonna say it's like a heavyweight fight. Oh my gosh. It was just Hubble was throwing a lot of punches at us, and we fought back.
Houston, I'm looking at SSR.
It's a great
on page 6-76, ready to copy your delta.
It was a great team effort, though, between everybody inside here,
Okay,
everybody on the ground. It's awesome.
Awesome, Mass, what do you think?
Well, you call it EVA-2, but I'd call it EVA-2 and EVA-2 and a half. And I don't know how it all worked out, but apparently it did somehow. But there was things, nothing was going right. You know, from the beginning, nothing fit. We got that stuff, they got geniuses figuring this stuff out to like the nanometer, right? Or whatever, you know, the small, and it's still not fitting. We're both trying stuff. I don't know what's going on out there, but somehow I think it all worked.
With all the curves that Hubble's been throwing us,
There's no question that we're all living in the hopes of Cepelino.
What kind of curves do you think Hubble will throw at you?
I don't know. It's been day of surprises each day. I thought it was only going to be the first day, but we had a second day of surprises. I'm sure today will be a third, but I'm not too worried. We managed to sort of power through both days and get all the tasks completed and objectives done, so I'm excited about this.
What do you think the real challenge is today? What's the big challenge?
We're taking out the wide field, we're taking out the CoStar today, and given the problems we had with wide field, that's been in the telescope since 1993. CoStar has been in since 1993. I'm a little bit concerned that the A latch, the latch that really holds it in tight, or the B latch, which brings it up and down, may be bound up the way it was on the wide field camera.
Yikes.
Yep.
The aft shroud doors coming open at 41 minutes into the spacewalk.
Got that door, John? I've got this door. Hey, Megan, no more away, right only.
Copy, right only.
Hello, Hubble. P3 is demated. Copy, P3. P4 is demated. Copy, P4. K1 is demated. Copy, P1. Right. P1. And P2 is demated. Copy. All 4 connectors are demated. John, this is the note we've been waiting for. Stand by. Ground strap clip. MLI flap is only taped to HST. How would we know that? John, I've got your foot. Okay, thanks. I'm ready, Drew. Okey-dokey. Okay, you guys know the drill. Let's remove CoStar. Hey, Megan, let's start moving out.
Copy, Drew, coming out slow.
And John, if you can call the B-light steady when you see it. B-light B, ready is on. Thank you.
CoStar is free, and now it's ready to be removed from the telescope. Installed back in December 1993 to correct the spherical aberration that was detected in the telescope's mirrors after its initial deploy in 1990.
Cleared up. About, are we? You're about 2 feet out and clearing. Okay. Can you, Megan?
Copy, continue.
A unique view from John Grunsfeld's helmet camera looking forward to the aft flight deck of Atlantis as he faces the long end of the protective enclosure with the new Cosmic Origin Spectrograph instrument, which soon will become a permanent fixture aboard the Hubble Space Telescope just above and behind him.
Coming in now.
Okay. And another inch down.
1 more inch down.
I'm going to take a peek and get out of your way. And Megan, let's go. Jaws, go more in. Come down 8 inches.
Copy, coming down 8 inches.
And Drew, we see your head clear. Okay, John, I'm starting to push it in again. Okay.
Push and stop, Drew.
Thanks, thanks. Okay.
The Cosmic Origin Spectrograph now in the telescope, ready for final bolting and connecting of the, or mating of the electrical and data connections.
Tools upside down. Mass, and the little B-latch box rotated as it's supposed to, in the downwards direction. Good torque. Great job. Excellent. It's probably in the whole there.
At 11:22 a.m. Central Time, the report from the Space Telescope Operations Control Center, a good aliveness test on the newest science instrument for the Hubble Space Telescope, the Cosmic Origin Spectrograph. through Foystel with the old instrument CoStar, which has completed its job after 16 years in the telescope, being carefully placed in a protective canister for the return trip home.
John, go ahead with the 9-inch and the 14-inch. You can retrieve those from the bag and brake torque on all the fasteners. We're going to retighten 1, 28, and 29. Good work.
A very intricate procedure to swap out some electrical cards, essentially some computer cards that failed due to an electrical short inside the advanced camera for surveys. The fastener capture plate now removed, having done its job of capturing the 32 tiny screws inside the protective enclosure, and the card extraction tool being secured to the CEB, or the charge coupled device electronics box.
Card 1 is out. Nice. I heard that. Looks great, John. Nice job.
Nice job, Tom.
Takes a few more turns to get it out of the connector. Not that it matters. Oh, the slide lock is in the 4 cards. The slide lock is engaged. Okay, copy number 1 is in the bag, so to speak. Okay, I'm going to reset.
Now he's resetting the index on the side of the extraction tool to the number 2 slot, and he'll repeat this task 4 times to remove all 4 cards.
We started off this morning with Hotel Cephalina, which is where we're living here on orbit on Space Shuttle Atlantis. And I think the success of both cost and especially ACS is due to all the diligence of all the people who live in that Hotel Cephalina and made the fantastic tools and fantastic techniques that we use today. And of course, the inventive mind that developed the CVR technology, borrowed from the next generation telescope, the James Webb Space Telescope. It was all fantastic and enabled us to do our work today. Okay, Drew, I'm ready for the doors. Okay, ASLR is going to be first on the bottom.
Close-up view of the Hubble Space Telescope work site by the helmet cam on Michael Good as he looks down into the payload bay at the bottom, working the berthing and positioning system post, locking that into place to provide the additional stability to the telescope during the work. He's down there in the bottom of the payload bay.
Counterclockwise 2. Counterclockwise 2. 23.5.
Mike Massimino in a foot restraint inside the aft shroud of the telescope. Michael Good on a foot restraint on the end of the shuttle's robotic arm. The fastener capture plate visible there on the end of the mini workstation, or the work stanchion, on the foot restraint up to the upper right near the upper backpack of Michael Good. The next step is to use a clamp removal tool to assist with the removal of that yellow handrail. You see that handrail is obstructing the attachment of the fastener capture plate to the work site.
He'll probably just snap it right off.
Yep. Which he just has to go really, really slow for mass, like 10 times slower.
Can you grab those binoculars, Drew? The problem is, though, John, if he doesn't, I think if he loads it too slowly, it's just going to bend. I mean, at some point it'll fatigue, but if he...
Yeah, but I don't want any little bits shooting off into a suit, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Scooter, you taking them back to the telescope?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, good. That was for the tape.
Don't bend too low. That was for a point, and we bent over, and I thought I was going to drive him into the W side.
The W side?
These things slow.
Think we're going to be able to get this, Drew?
I
I do, actually. I think once he busts off the handrail, the rest is going to go smooth as silk.
How long's the daylight for?
That darn handrail. Sunset in 11 minutes.
No, that's not good. Everything good happens in the day.
Well, we're going to do something bad. We're going to break something in nighttime, and then we're going to do the good stuff. Get the card in.
Oh, come on.
The top half of that handrail was freed by the fasteners being released very easily. The lower one of the fasteners did not come loose, and Mike Massimino used essentially brute force to remove the handle at the lower portion. It is now free and carefully stowed away. And now they're basically in the process of conducting some tool management before they get back into the task.
I've got a real good black line on the lower right, Mike. Yeah. On the upper right here, I can just see the band of black. I really can't see it sticking out, but I can see a little band of black, right? Yeah. If you compare that to here, I really don't see any black. Right. And on the lower left, again, it's the band of black. So I can see it on the left, yes. I think that's as good as we're going to get this one.
Atlantis Houston, great description by Mass there. We copy and understand. We're happy with the current config for the removal. When we get the cover off, then we'll want to snug all four.
A1 is complete. Copy A1. A2 complete. Okay, it's loose now. I see it. Good job. It's loose, and I think we're in good shape as far as I see the wires. Okay, just a second, Mike. Let me get my hands where I need them. Don't go out really slow. Okay. That's good. Stop. 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 Do you know where to cut it?
And as clear in the video now, Mike Good is on Massimino's left side, reaching in with the cutters to clip two bundles of 2 wires, which will make the cover fully detached from the Space Telescope imaging spectrograph.
Nice. Good job.
And now moving on to replace the low voltage power supply card to finish up the repair to the STS instrument of the Hubble Space Telescope.
Hey, Mass and Blaine, I just want to, while you're closing the doors here, tell you what a great job you guys did today, and how proud we are of you, and also the fact that I want you to take a look around, because your spacewalk with Hubble is about to come to an end. We're bringing you in as soon as you close the doors.
Okay, thanks, Scooter. You is magnificent. It's great to work with the world going by, and being out here with a good friend, Mike Good, is a pleasure. What do you got, Mike? Those are good words, Mass. It is really awesome to be able to be out here and doing it. The MBL is great, but this is just completely awesome out here. A lot of work, but well worth it. It's a real privilege to get to see what we're seeing and get to work on this magnificent machine. Couldn't be any more grateful for the opportunity. How's it look out there, Drew? It looks dark. Anybody you want to say hello to? Yeah, I'd like to say hello to everybody watching, my family, and I'd like to say a special happy birthday to my father-in-law, Vijay Bhatnagar, up in Cornwall, Ontario. Wish him a warm, sunny, and enjoyable day. Outstanding. Here comes his son, Drew. Sweet.
Foist will be wearing the all-white spacesuit today, which is how you'll be able to distinguish him from Mission Specialist John Grunsfeld, who will be wearing a spacesuit marked with a solid red stripe. And there's Mission Specialist John Grunsfeld making his way out of the airlock now.
Looking good. Tether up over your helmet there. Just. Yep.
Again, as you can see, Grunsfeld is wearing the suit with the solid red stripe.
Thanks for the nice setup.
This view from Mission Specialist John Grunsfeld helmet camera, looking directly at the Bay 3 that he'll be working in to replace the batteries inside. Directly to the left of it is the Bay 2, where Mike Massimino and Mike Good replaced batteries during the second spacewalk of the mission.
Should be a yaw 12. Last bolt is free, Bueno, and the battery is releasing. Copy. Oh, nice silhouette on the door. What a beautiful spaceship we're on, guys.
View from Mission Specialist John Grunsfeld's helmet camera. Now holding both the new and the old batteries, getting ready to hand the old back to Drew Feustel, and then make his way back to the telescope's Bay 3 to install the new one.
Yeah, Bueno, happy to report good aliveness test on the Bay 3 battery. You have a go for the L12 steps and step 13, your column.
Copy a go on step 13, my column. Thanks, Dan. I stopped at a little over 6 because I can see that the stop bolt is up against the pivot nut.
Good job, John. Let's see if we can get that other latch bolt to behave.
Yeah, I'm just going to pop this one out. I don't want to touch it with the grease. Okay, it's out of the bathtub.
Copy.
Okay.
Flying across the Texas coast, headed across the Gulf of Mexico. The two astronauts 2 hours, 2 minutes into today's final spacewalk to service the Hubble Space Telescope.
That's a great shot. Copy, aft, John. Clear the trunnion.
John's going to try again with the EVA ratchet and setting of 38. I'm looking on page 16-55, Dan. Step 4 says A-latch fails to disengage. I think that's where we are. We would need to use a contingency MTL, which is luckily on the tool handle today, if you agree.
Yeah, we copy and we concur with that.
Per the procedures, to break the torque, they'll switch to the torque limiter, an extra additional tool they have on the tool caddy on the stanchion as part of the portable foot restraint on the end of the shuttle's robot arm.
Here we go, man.
Go ahead, John. Good luck.
Think you got it. Something happened?
I think you got it.
Yep. Okay. And it's moving.
Great job there.
I'm going to go for a full half turn.
Very good, John.
All right. And the mirror is now clear, just coming outside telescope. Okay. You are clear to continue and increase the rate out. Yep, you can increase the rate, Megan.
Copy, picking up the rate.
What a beautiful view. Do your inspection. Okay. Okay, Megan, I'm ready to maneuver.
Copy that. Go into the aft fixture.
John Grunsfeld being maneuvered on the end of the shuttle's robotic arm by Megan MacArthur to temporarily stow the fine guidance sensor just removed from the telescope. That sensor will be returning home once the new FGS is installed in its place on the telescope.
Okay, stop right there.
John Grunsfeld assisting with the final connectors on the port or the left side of the new fine guidance sensor.
This is a really tremendous adventure that we've been on, a very challenging mission. Hubble isn't just a satellite. It's about humanity's quest for knowledge. There are a few people that are very special to Hubble that I'd like to thank. Lyman Spitzer and John Bacall, both deceased, but without whom we wouldn't have a Hubble Space Telescope or this amazing adventure. Others who are still with us and being very productive scientists, Steve Beckwith, and our President Bill Smith, Senator Mikulski, and Ed Weiler, without whom we wouldn't have a servicing mission 4, and of course, Mike Griffin. I think we'd all agree that without SEPI, none of this would have happened. A tour de force of tools and human ingenuity. This mission in particular, as Arthur C. Clarke says, the only way of finding the limits of the possible is by going beyond them into the impossible. And on this mission, we tried some things that many people said was impossible. Fixing stiff, repairing ACS, achieving all the content that we have in this mission. But we've achieved that, and we wish Hubble the very best. It's really a sign of the great country that we live in that we're able to do things like this on a marvelous spaceship like Space Shuttle Atlantis. And I'm convinced that if we can solve problems like repairing Hubble, getting to space, doing the servicing we do, traveling 17,500 miles an hour around the Earth, that we can achieve other great things, like solving our energy problems and our climate problems. All things that are in the middle of NASA's prime and core values. As Drew and I go into the airlock, I want to wish Hubble its own set of adventures, and with the new instruments we've installed, that it may unlock further mysteries of the universe.
I'm going to select
5 seconds. The mode switch is in auto. 3, 2, 1, release. I'm backing away.
I see you got it open.
Clear the pin.
Clear the pin. Mode switch is in off. Clear the antenna.
Yeah, that's coming out now.
Ray J, I'm calling for 10 down pulses when we do this and record the MET. See you moving away nicely, Maggie.
I'm working to get away from the antenna as well.
Okay.
Okay, I'm 5 feet from the telescope, not yet 5 feet from the antenna.
And I'll need the time when you do those, Scooter, but I think I'm going to hear it.
You will.
Yeah.
And I'd call that 5 feet. Maybe you got to go for a course if you want.
And just verify your flight control power's on.
Flight controller power's on.
Okay, motion is stopped, Scooter.
Okay, here comes the burn. 10 down pulses. Mark.
20.
That's 10.
Okay.
Flight controller's off.
20. Okay, I need the mic.
Oh, baby, look at that.
And Houston, Atlantis with F1 burn, MET 1857 24 feet.
Okay, is that the keel camera on monitor 2 for me?
28.
The actual monitor 2?
With center of HST, bottom half of keel, Scooter, and neutral. 31.
There it is, Scooter.
Okay.
35.
Thank you.
Opening.
Supposed to be at a ref ball of about 65. You said 35 opening?
Yep.
Do you have a H dot?
Yeah, it's about 65 of the ref ball.
Okay.
Stand by for your neutral.
It's just bouncing off the 81 feet.
Okay, let me pull you down.
1.2 is what it showed, but I think that
through 40. Okay, that's good.
That's good. 240 is all I need. You got a small launch time. 1.3.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Range 99 feet. That's the shot. 150.
John, how's sun point?
Thanks.
Check receiver 2 lock.
We have receiver 2 lock. 156
check PCH mode to sun point.
Not yet.
Yeah, a little more time. Thank you.
And Scooter at 0050 is when I show 3 plus 30 to the 5720.
Okay. Do you have your maneuver ready to go?
I'm putting them in now.
You can do the item 19.
Hey, John.
This Scooter?
Yeah.
Got this?
Yes.
You grab this thing?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Feet.
20 seconds, Scooter.
20 seconds for the maneuver.
Right, I got 139000 Omicron 0.
Okay.
Shoot up the item 19.
Go ahead and give me the item 19.
Okay, in about 8 seconds.
For what?
3 plus 30. The 5720. here we go.
Just keep shooting that thing.
Atlantis 7 auto burn scooter.
You said at 5 minutes. I thought you said we were at 3:30. Are you at 5 minutes?
No, I queued it up.
Okay, go ahead and give me the 19.
Just give me the auto when you're...
Atlantis is traveling 730 miles per hour, altitude 50,000 feet. And the views as the crew sees it through the forward windows of the orbiter, through the heads-up display. The twin sonic booms heralding the arrival of Atlantis to the landing site.
Atlantis, on at the 180.
Copy, Houston, on at the 180.
Pilot Greg Johnson now flying Atlantis as the orbiter is halfway around the heading alignment circle to line up with runway 22, the northeast to southwest approach end of runway 2204. And Commander Scott Altman now flying Atlantis the rest of the way. Time to touchdown 2 minutes.
Atlantis, on at the 90.
Houston, Atlantis copies. On at the 90.
Altitude 12,000 feet.
Houston, Atlantis. Field in sight at 10,000 feet.
Copy, field in sight.
$7,000 feet. $4,000 feet. $2,000 feet. Commander Scott Altman beginning to flare out the vehicle, pitch the nose up as he approaches runway 22 from the northeast. 300 feet, landing gear down. Main gear touchdown. Nose gear touchdown. Space Shuttle Atlantis is rolling out on runway 22 at Edwards Air Force Base, completing 197 orbits of the Earth while traveling 5,276,000 miles. This landing marks the 53rd shuttle mission to end at Edwards Air Force Base. Atlantis spent 7 days servicing the Hubble Space Telescope that included 5 spacewalks, totaling a record 37 hours. Atlantis has completed its 30th mission and the 126th in the history of the Space Shuttle program. The Hubble Space Telescope's final servicing mission is complete, but its mission of discovery is just beginning.
Houston, Atlantis, wheel stop, Edwards, 22.
Welcome home, Atlantis. Congratulations on a very successful mission, giving Hubble a new set of eyes that will continue to expand our knowledge of the universe.
Thank you, Houston. It was a thrill from start to finish. We've had a great ride. It took a whole team across the country to pull it off. Our hats are off to you all. Thank you so much.